Alright guys, welcome to Awkward Hand Gesture. The first video of 12 Dark Beers of Christmas. I don't know what the name of this series is going to be. As you can see, beautiful festive backdrop, and wearing my wonderful festive clothing. And I don't look like a greasy mess who clearly hasn't showered for a couple of days at all, do I? Yeah, and we're already off to a great start, because this wasn't the first video I recorded in this series, but due to technical issues, that video is now lost. And yeah, but who cares? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, basically for the next 12 days on the run up to Christmas Eve, I will be reviewing dark beers. It's not really a series though, because every 2 days there's a beer review being uploaded anyway, so it is what it is, quite frankly. Didn't want to do a beer advent calendar, just too much, If you're going to be doing videos, I mean, I could do what Harry does and do like a few beers at the end of the week and blah 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 blah, but again, it's just so much effort, and quite frankly, not to sound like what's he called from Christmas Carol, Scrooge. I'm just not feeling it, mate. Do you know what I mean? But I thought I'd do something to at least pretend to look like I'm in a festive mood. God, I'm so nihilistic. But yeah, so it's going to be a mixture of different styles. There'll be some beers that I've had before. Some of them might be Christmassy. I've got a couple of beers that I might be able to pick up tomorrow. By the time I see it, I would have already picked them up, obviously. That's how time works, especially if you're recording a video at a specific time. And don't know why my voice went into that direction. I can't even formulate a proper English sentence. Excuse me. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful Christmas so far. Anyway, so it's a mystery. Basically what I'm going to be doing is, when these are uploaded, the actual thumbnail and the title will be very vague, but of course all the information will be in the description. And then once the next video has been uploaded, then obviously I'll edit the title so you know what beer it is if you've not been watching this on a day-to-day basis. And why would you really, quite frankly, waste your Christmas period watching someone like me talk about beer? And yeah, so that's how it's going to go. Anyway, so it's all, oh, look at that, it's all wrapped up in beautiful gold paper. No expenses spared here, my lads. So we're starting off with a bottle, and it's a big bottle. I wonder what it is. Let's find out. So to kickstart, this is not going to last for 12 videos. So this might just get scrapped after a couple of reviews, but hey ho. We're going over to Camden, and this is Beer 2021 barrel aged imperial Pilsner, 500ml bottle, clocking in at 10% ABV. Let's see, barrel aging takes time. Lucky for you, the beer's worth the wait. An imperial Pilsner brewed with stone fruity Huell melon and classic German Perle and Hallertau tradition hops. Then aged for 8 months in a mix of apricot, brandy, Armagnac, I know I've completely misread that, and sweet white wine barrels. What a year, what a beer, and what a year it has been. But yeah, I love the presentation of this. This is the first time I'm actually having this because they do it every year. And you know, I know Camden, they're probably not on like a lot of people's like top 10 breweries or anything like that, but a lot of the like places nearby seem to always have like Camden Hells on or Camden Pale, which if you've got a good line of it, Camden Pale's really nice, and if you've got a nice bottle or can of Camden Hellers, it's a really nice lager. And what was that pink can IPA that they did? Like an easy session IPA. That was really nice. And I really wanted to try their strawberry lager, but I could never find it. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. Although it could go in two directions. It could be really nice and indulgent, or it could just be a little bit too much. But yeah, beautiful sort of like painted bottle there. Nicely presented. So I shall be keeping that to put a candle in it. Anyway, so let's get this open and see what we get. Bottle top did not want to come off then. And I missed the bin. So, don't know why I like did that. As if the... Let's give this a pour and see what we get. Well... I don't know why. I thought it'd be a lot darker than this. But, yeah, so... We've fallen not only on at the first hurdle, but then we've picked ourselves up and then just flumped over the next hurdle. So this will just be a general review that's going to get uploaded. So, and I'm not for the life of me re-recording that. So completely disregard all of that introduction. I'll have to go over that all over again when I start the series. That is coming very close to the first day of that series, but hey ho, it is what it is. I bet people watching this, and as soon as they saw that like got the bottle all open and stuff, like, that's not a dark beer, what's he doing, why is he uploading this? I mean, I know I'm not exactly known for consistency or quality control, but fucking hell. Anyway, so yeah, beer in the glass then, and it's a nice unfiltered looking beast. That's a rich looking beer in it, especially for a lager. It's got a really nice amber hue to it, and then a really nice and creamy, slightly off-white head. So let's see what we get on the nose. Oh wow. Tell you what, that has really picked up the character of that apricot brandy barrel. And then that white wine, was it? I've just read it. Bags full of apricot coming through. And then you get that nice sort of like dry, grapey wine character. I'm not the biggest wine fan. If I'm going to be having wine, it'll probably be a nice sort of like fruited wine, a rosé, or a port. I should not drink wine when I'm drinking because I become just well, I'm a big arsehole anyway, but the biggest arsehole in the world. Every horrible drunk experience has included wine. So wine never factors into a session for me, because it turns me into just a genuinely horrible person. It really, really does. Some might say I don't need to drink wine to become a horrible person, but it is what it is. Any reputation's a good reputation, unless it's a noncy one, let's be honest. So, oh man, it smells like a sour beer, like a farmhouse. A little bit of grassiness and herbal characters coming from the hops. It's got a very nice, slightly sweet, bready, biscuity, malty character. And I've just tipped my nose in it. What is going on? I mean, you can still tell it's a lager. Once you get past those big barrel characters, you get that really nice, like, Pilsner. Now, don't get me wrong, those aromas are not usually in my like top 5 or top 10. Because like stuff like farmhouses and beers that are like apricots in beer just doesn't work for me. But I've got to say, this is a really nice smelling beer. Anyway, let's get on with it. Cheers, folks. Cheers. Said cheers twice, awkward. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, man. You can taste that 10%. Oh, and you can feel it as well. And it even tastes farmhousey. Like a wild ale. The wine character is probably for me the most dominant flavour, aside from that slight ethanol alcohol presence. You get a little bit of like a tart, sweet, apricot-like flavour coming through, just to soften it a little bit. I don't like it. Now, when I say I don't like it, and I'm not putting on there because it'll knock over. When I say I don't like it, it's got nothing to do with how the beer's brewed. I've got to say, the utilisation of the barrels and the blending techniques used in this beer, what a cracking job they've done. I can see why even people who, because let's face it, Camden, very divisive brewery. A lot of people don't like them because they're a big brewery. And that's a mindset that I've never really agreed with. You know, when you see all these like takeovers, which nothing like that's really happened this year, has it? And then just like instantly, it's, you know, it's that classic band, very humble beginnings, builds up a fan base, makes it big, and then those original fans sort of like, oh, they're a bit too big now. Oh, big money, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get that quite a lot. But I could imagine if those same people gave this a chance and they like their sort of... Because, yeah, it is very farmhousey and very wild ale-like. just not my thing. And with it being 10%, there's nothing really making me want to carry on drinking this beer. But like I said, it's not a bad beer by any stretch. It's definitely, in terms of brewing, probably one of the best beers that I've had from Camden. And I think they've done an exceptional job with it. But, you know, it's like chalk and cheese. Some people really like chalk. Some people really like cheese. Some people like both. I'm more of a cheese man myself. I know that's not what the analogy... well, first of all, it's an incorrect analogy. And I don't even... Is analogy even the correct word or term? But also, that's not what chalk and cheese really means. But yeah. I'm just not getting like pleasure or enjoyment from drinking it. There's just some flavour profiles that I've never really been a big fan of. And they're really shining in this beer. It's almost got like a Belgian sort of like double or triple character to it as well. It's big, it's hearty, it's a very robust tasting beer. And even though I'm now going to pour this away, if the people from Camden are watching this, it's got nothing to do with the beer itself. It's just, it's not my thing. But I really wanted to give it a try. And like I said, I can imagine a lot of people really, really enjoying this. I picked this up from Waitrose. I'm sure it's available from other places. I'd imagine you could get it through Camden directly as well. So it's definitely worth having a go. Especially if you want something a little bit special without breaking the bank too much for Christmas. Yeah, this would be really nice. Few of his around the Christmas table. Christmas table? Dining room table at Christmas. And just pouring, you know, a little bit each. Because I think it'd go really well with a really nice Christmas dinner. But yeah, it's that wine element. It's just like apricot. I'm not the biggest fan, even though I love lagers. I'm not a really big fan of really strong lager, especially when the ABV, because it's hard to hide, you know, ABV in a beer like that. Like imperial strength lagers, I mean, stuff like Doppelbox, a completely different kettle of fish, really. Terrible sort of like comparison, but I just want to convey that I don't hate this beer. It's just not for me. And I think I've fought my case well enough. So, yeah. Have you tried this? Have you tried this in previous years? Have you noticed any differences? Have you, you know, kept hold of previous years and then drank them in like sequential order all at once? Just let me know your thoughts, opinions. Are you a fan of the beer? Are you a fan of Camden? What other beers do you like to, you know, special releases around Christmas? Do you like to pick up? That sort of thing. Yeah, this started off as 12 dark beers of Christmas, but it's clearly not a dark beer, is it? And yeah, so look out for those videos. They may already, well, they will be, because I think with my schedule now of uploading videos every other day, I think I'm up to like the 21st of December as I'm recording this, and it is now the 11th of December, so you'll be probably seeing this, I'd imagine, towards, maybe I'll save this to be released around New Year's Eve, something like that. But yeah, something a little bit special, a little bit different. It's just not for me, really. But go check out Camden down below. I think I've reviewed a couple of beers on the channel. I've definitely drank a few Camden beers this year. They released some really nice ones in the supermarkets recently, in places like Sainsbury's and stuff. I think Harry from Blue Rose Beer Reviews reviewed this and he really liked it, but then he's a bit of a cunt, so there is that. Kissy kissy, the lads. Anyway, cheers for watching, folks. You all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.